I'm going to take the bread off for a little while. Sinister, remind me when this is over to get the bread again in case I forget. I don't know what's really going to happen. I don't really have a solid plan. All I know is that I've missed you guys so much. And I wanted I wanted to try to make sure I did a good job explaining what I went through, because we didn't get to hang out for 3 weeks because my brain was being dumb and I was being dumb, and I had to take care of myself. And I know that is something that is not unique to me. A lot of people have brain troubles. And so for me, as you will see, it is stated inside of this, but for me, I think it's really important, as somebody who's a bit messed up or whatever, I think it's important to share that, and so that people who are also struggling, they get to see that they're not alone. That's really important to me. So here you go. You're all gonna get like a big old info dump about all the things. I'm nervous. I don't know why. Probably because I feel like I don't usually write down. Like, I don't have speeches normally, kind of. Do this. So bear with me. Here we go. I'm gonna start because I spent some of this time off trying to reflect where I was at and why. I don't really know how to properly say the things I want to express to you all, so bear with me. This is a mess. I needed to take some time off because I was feeling super stressed and overwhelmed by life. I was being pulled in too many directions by myself. I did that. And trying to do too much. I wanted to say that specifically to clear up that it wasn't caused by streaming. Spooky month did add a little bit to it. Oops. But that was probably not in the ways that you'd think. But I'm gonna explain it because this is a bit of a tangent. But like, streaming and music has been something that is always fun and lifts me up. And stopping it for a few weeks really showed me that it's actually so much more. So this is a bit of a tangent before we get into a lot of other stuff also. Streaming is my way to take my own brokenness, and by putting it on display, I can turn it into something positive by showing others that they aren't alone, and hopefully be helpful and a good example for people dealing with their own troubles, and maybe give them some tools to make it not so hard. Streaming is my way of trying to help people to connect and to give them a comfy, uplifting place, to be an anchor, a safe harbor, and a safe harbor for the weary travelers of this modern era. I wrote that line and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so poetic. I like it. Yeah. I want to be an anchor, a safe harbor for the weary travelers of this modern era. It's my way of trying to inspire people to be kind by sharing the part of myself that I'm most proud of, which is something I realized too. And that is the part of me that loves you. Streaming also taught me that I don't need to know you to love you, and to celebrate and cry with you. And what I mean is, because I earnestly feel like I struggle expressing this properly, and it's very hard to understand. But I feel that what I mean is, you could only ever lurk, but I'm still speaking to you and thinking about you. Oh my God, you. That's who. You. If you can hear my voice, my thoughts are with you. Like, I'm serious. I mean this. Listen to me. Listen to these words. I wrote them and I mean them. So listen, okay? You don't have to even tell me you exist, all right? But I'm still speaking to you and thinking about you. If you can hear my voice, my thoughts are with you, and I'm hoping you're doing all right and that you'll ask for help if you need it. I don't know what brain mutation I have, but it really makes me just strongly empathize with people. And I struggle with expressing it well, clearly. Because it feels like no one will really believe me. Please. If I say something that you needed to hear, believe that it is for you. Believe that it is for you. You. Because it is. I am imagining a person listening that needs to hear it. I am imagining you. And I am loving you and trying to be there for you. And hoping that it feels real for you too. That's kind of the tangent, right? That's more about streaming and the reality of that for me. And not so much necessarily about like the mental health and why I took a break. So that's a lot of tangent, but it felt important to say. So let's get back to like the part where I did a lot of thinking about what got me into needing my break anyhow. Because I'm always trying to navigate around my own issues. But they are sneaky. They're so sneaky. They are so sneaky. Especially my anxieties, my ambition, and my self-doubt. They are extra sneaky ones. And ambition as a hurdle might sound weird. But I didn't have any dreams or goals until I found music and streaming, which was almost simultaneous. They go hand in hand for me. So a lot of these feelings are very new to me. To explain a little bit more, before that, the main goal for me was to support Robot in all of the things they were doing. So I didn't have any dreams or goals until 4 years ago. I was already an adult by the time I had a dream or a goal. And so a lot of these feelings are very new to me, and sometimes I get overwhelmed by all the ideas and things that I have. I don't know how to handle it. I don't know how to navigate that space. And it leaves me feeling like I'm not doing enough or living up to some imagined potential. So it is actually a real legitimate struggle for me, because it has this strange negative impact on me mentally, because there's all these cool ideas and neat things I have and stuff I want to do and things I want to share and blah, 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 blah. And there's no way any one human can possibly accomplish all those things, but, or a space cat, or to do combined. It's just unrealistic, but there's all this stuff. Oh, that I'm so excited about these things. And so it really, it leaves me feeling like I'm not doing enough. And it leaves me feeling like I'm somehow, I'm not living up to this potential. I'm there's just so much going to waste somehow, right? Also, if you're just getting here, I'm not really looking at chat, so please bear with me. I'm trying to get through a thought without getting distracted. But I love you, so just sit tight. I'll catch up with chat when I'm done. So that's the first one of the sneaky things. The next one is anxiety, which is probably something more of you can relate to. I'm still trying to understand myself around anxiety a lot, but I do know some things for sure. Money is an incredibly strong trigger for me. It takes a few different shapes, and I'll talk about that more in a minute. Another anxiety thing for me is that every promise I make adds to it. It's like my brain decides that I'll never do the thing, whatever I promised, if I don't imagine constantly a future of failure and disappointing others. Like the anxiety, a lot, it's actually pretty much all of the anxieties that I have can be boiled down to imagining a possible bad future, which is kind of crazy to think about, me making myself subconsciously miserable over things that haven't even happened. Like, why is that what anxiety is? Oh, it's so frustrating. So the money one, right? Money is a tricky one for me because it's something necessary for living in the world. Hey, yay! And it's also something that slips me into anxiety and a terrible perspective really quickly. Just talking about it, like even like just bringing up that it gives me anxiety, weirdly enough, starts it. Just talking about it makes me feel guilty, greedy, and just kind of strange in general. It makes me very uncomfortable. And I think that was actually the most damaging part of the Oktoberfest stuff, was the just bringing it up that there was even a goal or where things were. The whole concept of it was stressful, and I had guilty feelings that I would wrestle with every single day because of it. It was amazing, and I had so much fun. And aside from that really scary games, I'm really happy that I did it, and I'm not feeling any regret for it, and I certainly am not upset like that anything happened. It really made me have this anxious background because of the financial element of the event. That was the hardest part for me. And that it was the whole entire month was definitely, that was my fault. My bad. Oops. Learning and growing. There's a little now you know rainbow coming over here. Yeah. Those are really the big things. That's what set me to this spot where I really needed to take a break. It was just, there was just too many things looming in my imagined future, and my present had been for too long one of stress, where I was the whole money situation. I'm sure the jump scares probably didn't help either, but honestly, like whatever, that I don't feel like that had a huge role in it really. So clearly back to reading. I'm reading the thing. So clearly I thought about and sorted through a lot of stuff. So I'm trying to figure out what the best steps are moving forward. And the truth is, I kind of don't know. I don't have any solid answers, and I'm trying to still figure it all out. I do know that I need to separate these anxiety triggers as much as I can from the things that I love. And I also know, I need to take better daily care of myself. This is something that has bothered me a lot for a I actually have like an actual legitimate spine issue. It's small, but it's enough that I should be doing like daily stretches and PT sort of stuff. Thank you, Rose. That I don't do generally unless it's actively bothering me, which is when it's already too late and I'm being dumb. When I'm stressed, I make bad food choices. I have some lazy habits I'd really like to break. And there's some mental upkeep that I need to do. There's some daily stuff I should do in my head to try to make myself have a better existence, right? Like, I feel like we all deserve that. So I am working on some ideas on how to do all that. And I might try a few of these things on stream, because the thing I am most committed to is this place. It really is. Right here. This. you existing is a journey, and and I can't say that I've sorted it all out clearly, but I do think I'm heading down the right path. I'm having some really good ideas, and I'm trying to actually figure out how I can take you with me. This journey that is life, that is growth, and struggling to fix ourselves is something that we don't have to do alone. And I'm trying to figure out what I can do to best integrate all the things that I want, because okay, here's like a separate sort of thing. Here's some little thoughts that I didn't know how to fit into the little dialogue just now, kind of. I earnestly, I mean it when I say there's something weird in my brain that makes me empathize with everybody a ton and just love people and want the good things for them. Because when I was doing all of this deep thinking about stuff, everything really boiled down to wanting to recognizing that oh, excuse me, whoa, air, come on in, please, to the normal way, thank you. I was realizing that I really am pretty messed up. My head is kind of a total nightmare, and I struggle. There's a lot of stuff I struggle with that I didn't even really talk about here. I didn't touch on like a lot of the things that are outside of my control that that damage me, and I'm a mess. I am a mess. But I'm not alone in being a mess, and I know that. And I know that it's kind of weird to have somebody who's like an entertainer kind of coming from this weird place of trying to help so much. But like, here's a little thing I wrote. I want more than anything to find a way to help as many people as I can who are struggling like me and not like me. I want to find a way to tell them that it's okay to be broken right now, but now isn't forever. You can make it through this day, and you never have to do it alone. I am here. We are here. And we might not be right next to each other, but we are still in this together. Like, that's like, how do I want to encompass that in my existence, in my daily everything. That's what I want. Because all I want to do is help. And I feel like, even if all I have is the power to remind people to like love and be kind to themselves and to those around them, that's something I have the power to do. It might be small in the fact that like I'm not like Lady Gaga. I was telling Robot, I'm like, man, how awesome would it be to have someone broken like me trying to help people like I want to, but also be like actually heckin' famous. But I don't want that. Oh my God. At the same time, as badly as I want to be able to get that message out to people and have them really hear it and feel it, no. Anyhow, that's the update. That's all the news.